Hello everybody, it's Sally. As you can see, there's a bit of a hill, I nearly fell down. How are you? I just thought I'd show you this amazing, beautiful view of these beautiful trees and all of this beautiful hills. How amazing is this? And I was just walking along thinking about everybody and how lucky we are to live in such beautiful landscape in the UK here, and hello to the rest of the world. And if you can get out and about and you're not locked down in your house, then enjoy this. Enjoy the time outside, breathing in the fresh air, being with the trees, because I've come here to just remind ourselves. Oh, look, I'm bringing the sunshine. I did say a minute ago, don't worry, the sun will come out. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Oh, great. So you can sing along. Should we have a Sally sing along? So I just wanted to show you this beautiful view and invite you to walk with me whilst we contemplate the power of love versus the love of power and what we have in our world. Because some people, and this video, by the way, is for people who are aware that something in the world has changed. Something in the world has changed. And it doesn't feel like Kansas anymore, Toto. Because a while ago there was something called the Mandela Effect, and I came online live to speak to people about the Mandela Effect. And which do you want to see, the hills or me? You want to see both? Look, you can see both. So the Mandela Effect came to show us that there's something quite strange and unusual about our world, and it's both, and it's good news. Okay, I've decided this last night. I had a revelation and decided I'm only going to bring good news, okay, because it's such good news for people who are aligned with goodness, people who are aligned with the power of love instead of the love of power. This is such good times we're living in. So I'm going to just briefly explain the Mandela Effect, and then I'm going to talk about the love of power versus the power of love, and that's what we have in our world, and how what we are seeing in our world is a battle between those two things, and how that's come about, and what we need to do to outcreate it. Because that's the good news. We have the power of love. And for those people watching, I know that you resonate with the power of love. And the power of love is the power of one. Oh, that's just come to me. Why? Because if you are one with yourself, each other, and the planet, you are one with the all, and you are aligned with your soul. And your soul is the one that directs you through the world. You know, it tells you where to go. Go right, go left, meet this person, go there. It's your intuition. And we're tapped into our intuition. We can manifest anything we want to. I've done it all my life. And that's why I think I was called to speak out now about these times we're living in. Because those people who are aligned with their soul, would you like me to stay still? You're getting dizzy. Those people who are aligned with their soul, aligned with the truth of who they are, aligned with love, and aligned with everything that is in our universe, the trees, the plants, the animals, the birds, the bees, even the plants speak to us. The trees tell us how healthy they are, how well they are. Everything speaks to us in some way. So it's really important then that we tune in to this, not just to ourselves, but we tune in to the landscape. We tune in because this is our power. This is the power of love and nature, because it holds all secrets to the universe. As I keep saying, it's about the seasons. It's about birth, life, death and rebirth. You can't get much more natural than that. You can't. So we are nature. We are one with nature. And we are now entering a time where we can see that dichotomy of what is natural and what is artificial really, really clearly. And that is a blessing for all those people who are awakening now. This is the barometer to use. This is what we seek to use to figure out whether something is wholesome, of oneness, of love, or is it of power without love? Because those are the two polarities that we have in our world right now. Look, the sun's coming out. Share the sunshine. Yes, let the sunshine. Let the sunshine. So we're going to let the sunshine in. Yeah, let the sunshine Here comes the sunshine, everybody. Why does the sunshine feel so good? Because it's light. You know, a while ago I came on here and I said to people at the beginning of this lockdown and a year ago about a story about the man with the coat on and the wind and the sun speaking to each other and having a competition to say, who can get the old man to take off his coat? Who can get the old man to take his coat off? And the wind said, I'm going to go first. And he blew and he blew and he tried to get the old man to take his coat off. But it wouldn't come off. And as much as he blew, the man wrapped his coat tighter and tighter around him because like today, it's quite cold. And he just, you know, so that the wind said, oh, I'm just going to blow harder. And the harder he blew, the less the man took his coat off. And more he wrapped it around himself. I think this is an Aesop's fable. And so then the sun had a go. And the sun shone. And here it comes. Here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. And the sun shone on the man. And he was walking along. And he could relax a little bit. He didn't have to pull his coat tightly around him. But he just let it under the buttons and he just let it slide away from him and let it swing in the breeze. And then he got so hot because the sun was shining so brightly that he took off his coat. Oh, that's a bit bright. Oh my goodness, don't complain about the sun. The sun is beautiful. Keeps us alive. So he took his coat off. And that's the most wonderful thing about the sunshine. We all love it. We go on holiday. We all bask in it. We get a great tan. And we all feel good because it feels good on our skin. So why wouldn't we bask in the sunshine? And that's what we're being asked to do at this time. We're being asked to recognize love and sunshine. Recognize the sunshine when it shines. Where is it? There it is. And recognize the warmth and the glow. And recognise its effect on nature and how wonderful nature feels in the summertime when its leaves are coming out and the buds are blooming and then, you know, birds are singing and the bees are, you know, buzzing around and everything's wonderful. Now, these are the times that we have lived in. But unfortunately, we're coming into the bit of a winter time, a winter period. And some of us are looking towards the next spring, and some of us are getting trapped in the winter period. So it's very important that when the tree shuts down in the autumn time, it knows that it is a tree and it will come back next year, right? So that's very important. The tree knows that because it's an infinite being. It just keeps going round and round. Well, it's not infinite, but it lives a long time. We are infinite beings of light and we go round and round and round. So that's not a problem. So let's say we're facing the winter time where we can see that the love of power, the forces in our world, are beginning to want to take over somewhat. And we can see that we're heading towards a bit of a battle with our freedoms being taken away. And we have to decide whether we're going to be victims of it or not. What I'm saying is we don't have to be victims of it because we can outcreate it, because we have something that the artificial intelligence doesn't have. And that is the power of love and the power to create. I had this amazing epiphany this morning that, you know, why not? Why can't we keep creating if we've been creating all our lives and we've been living in a way where we've been heart-centered and loving people? As long as we wake up to the truth and we know what's happening in the world, we can outcreate it. There's absolutely no reason why not. It's like a post I put up yesterday about the Wizard of Oz witch. And I put the post up saying, you know, Dorothy, the words that she used when she said, I'm melting, was, who would have thought a pretty girl like you could destroy me? And that's exactly it, right? Dorothy, from the Wizard of Oz, was able to destroy the Wicked Witch because she was so pure, so loving, so kind, so generous, that she was able to get rid of the dark side. And that's what we've got to be at this time. This whole story is a hero's journey, and we are all the Dorothys. We have to gather our scarecrow and our tin man and our lion, which is basically the scarecrow didn't have a... what did he have? A brain. He didn't think he had a brain. And the tin man didn't think he had a heart. And the lion didn't think he had courage. And that's what we are like when we are programmed in the artificial intelligence matrix that we are already living in. And so in order to jump out of the programming, those are the three things that we need to find. as we walk along our yellow brick road, so that we can have and choose and prioritise the love of power over the power of love over the love of power, because the Wicked Witch, she had a love of power, right? She just wanted complete control over Dorothy. She wanted her little dog, Toto. She wanted everything. She wanted to take everything from Dorothy. And Dorothy was afraid, you know. She even tried to put her asleep in the poppy fields, you know, by putting a magic spell on her. All sorts of things she used to try and get Dorothy to fall asleep and forget the journey that she was on. And in a way, we're on this journey in life. We come into life, in a way, this is already the metaverse, right? We've already put those virtual reality goggles on and walked into a virtual reality game. We are going through life. We came in and we forgot that we're players in the game, and we're going through, and we remember what we need to do is put logic together with love and courage to overcome and get through the game, to create things, to make our game the most wonderful game that we can possibly have, and then come out the other side. Hooray! And everybody claps their hands and says, well done you. What a great time. Shall we do that again? Yeah, this time you can play my brother. You can play that miserable person I'm going to work for when I'm 24. You can play the guy on the ski slope that comes up and gives me this epiphany, then wakes me up to who I truly am, etc. Okay, so we're all like playing these roles in the game, and somebody comes up and catalyzes you and wakes you up, and we just, as we're walking through life, waking up to the next level of the journey, waking up all the time to what the truth is about ourselves, that we're not stuck here in this virtual reality, that we can create our way out of it. And we can use the power of love, which is something that the wicked old witch doesn't have. She doesn't have the power of love. She has the love of power because she doesn't have love of her own. So she has to get it off of all the other, you know, munchkins. And it's the same whichever story you look at. You know, the story of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Same thing. There's a wicked snow queen, and she's there trying to turn everybody to frost and to ice. And she's, you know, charging around on her chariot, whipping the horses and making everybody scared with her power. But actually, the truth is, she didn't have any power. She had to work through her minions in order to have power over anything or anyone. She had no power. When they took back their power, when they used their magic, which they destroyed, and the magic that we always have, which we forget we have, is the power of 4 things. Very important. I'm going to say these 4 things are very important. And if you read a book by Francis Scoville Shin called The Game of Life, it will unlock codes for you. And you must remember that it's not about politics, it's not about religion, it's not about money, it's not about education, it's not about value. This world is about life experience. That's what it's about. Life experience. That's what we came here for. That's what we came here for, to have life experience. Good experience, bad experience, it's all experience. You go back and you all clap hands and say, whoop, let's do that again. What a great roller coaster. So, the 4 things, I was going to forget them. I nearly forgot what I was going to say. The 4 things, and what are they? 1, the power of your thoughts. The power of your thoughts. 2, the power of your spoken word. The power of your spoken word. 3, the power of love. The power of love of your heart. And 4, the power of your actions. This comes from here. Big tummy. Actions, the power of your actions. And those 4 things are our magic, supernatural magic, hold our magic and supernatural abilities. When we tap in and we are aligned with our oneness, with our internal tuition, our intuition. So we have to go within and we have to think, right, inside what I see, hear, taste, touch and smell, which is our artificial world, because it's an illusion and it's not real. We go within and inside, what am I imagining? What do I imagine? Because what you imagine, you create. How many people have done that in their life? Hello, thanks for being here. Lovely to see you. Feeling so wonderful on this beautiful sunny day. Look, it's beautiful out here. I'm glad to be able to share it with you. And I just came to bring a bit of a vibe and a bit of a buzz. and to remind us all that we have the power. We have the power through love. So how many people have created through thinking something and then it happened? Because I know I've done it all my life. How many other people have done it? Have you done it? Can you think of something and oh, that's a coincidence, I was only thinking about that. Or have you envisaged yourself, for example, maybe you wanted to start running and become a runner. You had to imagine yourself doing it first. Well, that's how it starts. We have to make a visualization of what it is we want to achieve. We have to see it in our mind's eye. As I used to tell people when I was personal training, you have to believe it to achieve it. You have to believe it to achieve it. You have to see it in your mind's eye before you actually realize it. And so we have that power. The Wicked Witch doesn't have that power. She doesn't have it because she's actually, in truth, an artificial intelligent hybrid being. So there are many of those on the planet right now, but that's another thing. Anyway, so if you imagine we've got dark and light players on the planet, I'm speaking to the lights. I'm speaking to the white players of the chess game. I'm speaking to the ones who have love in their heart, the ones who have the power of love. You know, because the dark chess players who came to play on this platform as well, they have the love of power. And basically, we know the power of love wins. So we know we've already won the game. So there is nothing to worry about. All we have to do is to be tactical. We have to use our imagination to think about what we can create. We have to use our voice and words. Oh my goodness, do we have to use our words? So we have to speak light over things. We have to speak, because when you speak, you cast a spell. And if you can do it in rhymes, it has power. It's incredible. Okay, maybe I am a witch. A white witch, perhaps. But when you do spelling, this is why songs all rhyme and we repeat the chorus 3 times. It's a spell. So be very careful what you're singing. And if you want anything to manifest, write it down in poetry format and repeat it 3 times. Because this is how our virtual reality game that we are in actually works. This is a simulation. At the beginning, I started to talk about the Mandela Effect, and I'll explain what that is at the end. So the other thing is our power of love. And if you tap into that heart center that you have and you go within and you feel love for everything and love for nature and love for everybody, and you take that thought and that word down into that heart center and you really feel the passion and feel yourself in the moment doing that thing, you can then charge it with enough power to create an action. And that's why what's his name? Oh gosh, one moment. He wrote Think and Grow Rich. The second name begins with an N, or the first one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He wrote Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill, and yes, and he said what you need is a burning desire, and you need love, and you have to have passion, and that's basically why all people who ever do anything in their lives, like become personal trainers or become swimming coaches or become artists or become dancers or become athletes or whatever it is, they see it in their mind's eye, they speak it, I'm going to do this, I feel it, I'm going to do it, and then they feel passionate about it, they love it, they put energy into it, and then they actually start doing it. And that's where all the secret sauce is. It lies in the action. So we can literally act our way out of this darkness that we're in right now. Some people don't even know we're in the darkness, but those who are awake, and those who are awakening, who know that there is a force in our world who loves power and they don't care about love. They love power and they don't care about people. As I said in my last video, everything is inverted for them. So we create through love, they create using other people's power. And that's like the Wicked Witch of the West and the Snow Queen. She had to use other people to do her work for her so that they can create what she wanted. Whereas we have the power to create ourselves. We have the power to create our world as we want it because we're the lights. We are literally a different species. We are literally a different species. Now, I'm not here to bring duality because it's all one. It's all one game and we're here to play full out. Or, as the Masons checkerboard thing, which is quite creepy because what they've created is a game in the metaverse, and it's called Play Without Limits. For them, Play Without Limits means because they don't care about the ordinary man, they play without limits. That means they will do anything. They have no remorse, they have no feeling, they have no fear, no doubt, no shame, no nothing, because they get rid of it, because they know how to play the game. That's how they've been told to play the game. It's a Luciferian way or a satanic way to play the game. You basically go through it, and their challenge is to not have any remorse, no shame, no guilt, no fear, no anger, no nothing. And they basically go through the game and do anything at any cost to get what they want. And that's why they're where they are. They, on the back of other people, on the back of the slaves, they have created their global monopoly. And there is a film about that on the top of my profile. So I'm not afraid at all, because there's nothing to be afraid of, because we're infinite beings of light. After this game we come out and we do another one. And so I'm here to just encourage people and say, this is the only way we're going to get through these times, is by detaching from their bullshit, basically. We know that their game is up, their time is up, they are totally out of time, and they're making it obvious to people by making their story so ridiculous that the only people who are really going to be taken in by it are the people who are incredibly programmed and potentially dark as well, which is sad. But, you know, there's always going to be a potentially... Okay, here's the thing. Mandela Effect and the sensational event. 2 things, and then I'll finish. So what our reality has shown us with the Mandela Effect... Thank you, Ellen. I love you too. With the Mandela Effect, our reality has shown us that things change. Things can change. I came on, as I said, on Facebook a while ago and said... you know that the Monopoly man on the Monopoly board used to have a monocle and now he doesn't. You know the Queen song, We Are the Champions, used to end up of the world and now it doesn't. You know in the story about Sleeping... what is it, Sleeping Beauty or Snow White? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, who is the fairest of them all? Yes, so that used to be Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, but now it's called Magic Mirror on the Wall. Okay, and there's a reason for all of these, and I can expand and I can explain all of the metaphysics behind it, all of the esoteric behind it, and all of the information that people would go, I get it, because I've been given this information, literally connected to source and downloaded all of this information. So Snow White is all about going within, digging into the 7 dwarves, which are our 7 chakras, and digging for the gold. So we have to literally go through every story, every Aesop's fable, and take it apart and understand the spiritual meaning. What does spirit mean? It means thought. It means consciousness. And when we understand that, we literally have all the keys and codes to the game. And the reason why the 144,000, the people who are meditating have opened up the 144,000 power, crown chakra, is because we're given the information, because we're supposed to help other people free themselves from the matrix. So that instead of being logical and programmed and going along with the line of the day on the television, which we know is corrupt and taking people into, like the Pied Piper of Hamelin, taking people under the mountain, just as it showed on the 2020 opening ceremony, Olympic ceremony of the, what's it called? I keep coming back to it. Great Ormond Street Hospital, opening ceremony 2012, where the character, like Voldemort, stood up and put a spell on everyone, and they were all in the beds, children were all in the beds, and they were all at the end going shh like this as Mary Poppins came in. Well, clearly Mary Poppins is this DNA, RNA manipulation thing, and probably the chip in the head and the hand, which is coming, because I've seen it. So there will be people that will take it because they're not ready to put their logic with their heart and their courage together as one and connect with their higher self or their Christed self to help them get out of the game. But for us, we have protection, we have a seal on our forehead, and we are able to be led to safety and protected. So if you're listening to this, because not everybody will be able to listen to it, because only people who are awake, conscious, and who are loved by their own high selves, or the divine universe, or God, or whatever you want to call it, will be resonating with this and will stay this long in the film, because I'm random, and people don't like random. They like programming. People who watch videos who are in the program like to watch somebody sitting in front of a desk, the same desk in the same chair with the same background, speaking the same way, not moving, not flapping their hands around, just being normal. And that's the thing. This is our power. Our power is our authenticity, and it's our energy, and it's our love and our vibrancy. And with that, we can change our worlds, and we can change the world for each other. So hold on to your truth, the love of the power of love within. And what was it? Oh, the last thing I said, Mandela Effect, and I was going to explain the Mandela Effect, how everything had changed. The reason it had changed was because of the coding, of the simulation. Basically, when you go up into the spaceship and you can see how it's done, how the synchronicities work and everything, and they show you the control panel, and you can basically change things in your world. Yeah, that's how they do it. They've changed things in our world. I don't know anybody else who actually knows this, but that's what it means in the Bible when it says, as so in the beginning will be in the end. Basically, there's a whole bunch of people walking back into the simulation, into another game, and we're the ones who are being let out of the game. So congratulations for waiting to the end of this video. If you are seeing the repeated numbers, know that that's a good sign that you're on the path. And just, stay open, stay in love, stay relaxed. My highest downloads come when I'm just in a place of creation and just allowing myself to either, paint or play the guitar or just relax, just feel love, within, because we don't need it from anyone else. We have it within us. So that's great. And there's two little birds up there, look, just happily. I'll just show you. Can you see? No, you probably can't see them. Just happily flying along. Oh, anyway, look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? So, yeah, what was the last thing I wanted to finish with? It was the Mandela Effect, and then I said something else, and then I was going to finish. Can you remember what it was? Oh, no, I can't remember. So, two things to finish with, Mandela Effect and... Oh, are you still watching, Alan? Can you remember what it was? So, anyway, it doesn't matter, because the point of it I've managed to get across, and the point of it is we have to be impeccable with our thoughts, impeccable with our words, impeccable with our feelings, and impeccable with our actions, because we create the whole damn thing. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? You can either have your world could be wrathful and vengeful and everything, if you're not listening to your God, which is your, the generator, overseer and destroyer. Okay, so if you're not listening to that, because everything is Christ for the lights in this game. Everything is Christ. We are one in Christ. And so everything is Christ. And that's why Christ Jesus said, love one another as yourself, because we're all one. And so if we're all one in this game, and everyone is you, and you are everything, why wouldn't you love it? So we've just got to love it. And that's the way we get out. That's the way we exit, by loving it. Love your enemy. There's no dark side, because, in fact, there is a dark side, but the dark side is there to show us our light, so we can thank it. Let's just thank it. What a brilliant game this is. Let's play full out. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Play has no limits, yes. So they can say play has no limits, and they can be as dark as they want. We can say, thank you that. I'll take your darkness, and I will upgrade it to play has no limits, to play full out. Okay, so they can say play has no limits. We're going to say play full out. We're going to play full out, and we're going to just express our light and our love and be authentic and love people, because that, as I said at the beginning, is the only way to help those people awakening take off their coats. There are a lot of people who are awakening right now and getting really confused with what's going on in the world. And I think, a lot of us have been called to help show people out of the storm, the way out of the storm. Or as I was woken up one morning, Moses walked my people out of Egypt. And then it was Virgil, walk people out of the darkness. Virgil is the guy from the Divine Comedy. What's it called? The seven... Something about going down into hell, or 7 levels of hell. What's it called? The Divine Comedy. I can't remember. So again, it'll come to me in a minute. But here I am, prattling on at 1,000,000 miles an hour as usual. Can't catch up with myself. So I'm just showing you the love and the light and the sun and the beautiful day, and just enjoy it. And just remember, if you're having pains and problems and darkness within, that it's all darkness that's coming up to be seen, to be thanked, and to let go of. So we can just let go of that now. So anybody here still listening, let's just do a little, speak some beautiful words over that. We're just going to speak some words of light. We're just going to say, for any darkness, for any pain, for anywhere we're holding on to shame, guilt, grief, sadness, apathy, or anywhere we're missing people, or anywhere we feel lack of love, or anywhere where we feel anger, frustration, anywhere where we feel that we've been in some way had our power taken away from us. We're just going to say thank you for that. Thank you for showing me the truth of who I am, that I can take that and I can love it, and I can love myself better, and I can say, you know what, you are doing the best you can. You're doing the best you can, and I love you. I love you. I love you. And all of this loves you. And Christ loves you. The Christ within us, the love within us loves us so much. We are so loved. Just reach up to the divine. Say, angels and guides, I'm just feeling like I just need a sign, a little bit of love. Show me your love today, and you will get a sign today. I'm sending you so much love and blessings from my heart to yours, because love, light, and all. No, love, light, truth is all. Take care. Mwah!